Spirit. It's everywhere. Are we able to communicate with them? What can they teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Ranae is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. Now, your host of School Through Spirit, DeEtte Ranae.
Hey, welcome. Good morning, everybody. This is DeEtte Ranae here on School Through Spirit with WLTK-DB. Let's Talk Digital Radio. This is a show where I explore different people's lives, their journeys, and how spirit has just impacted it. Now, every morning I do have a conversation of which spirit has given me to speak about, and then I go on to a guest. Now, this week, you all know him, you've seen him. It is Mr. Rob Thompson. He is a dear friend of mine. He's become a business partner. Oh my gosh. He is a spiritual medium. He is the creator of Ghost Finders. He's also an investigator, the medium of Ghost Finders, which is the longest running streaming show for paranormal investigation. He's on Roku channel, Spirit channel, Prime TV, Paraflix. Oh my gosh, it's everywhere. You can also find him on an episode of A Haunting just 2 or 3 weeks ago. I mean, this guy is everywhere and he's anywhere. So I'm so happy that, and he's been on here before, except for the last time he was on, nothing but technical issues go, you know what I mean? Which was what I had all the time before I got the iMac. But so last time you didn't get to see his lovely face. Today, I'm introducing Rob's face, not just his voice, but his face. So I'm really super excited to bring him in today. Now, a few things I also wanted to let you know about. We have got that special show tomorrow. I'm going to talk about it until I'm blue in the face. But yes, a special show tomorrow, and that is with Miss Lisa Williams. Oh my God, I am so excited about that one. You don't even know. So I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you how excited I am for that show. Just as excited about today. But it's been a special show. Lisa is my mentor. She was my instructor, my mentor, my friend, my boss. I love, love, love her. And sorry guys, I'm looking away because I'm sharing the video other places. Hey, and guess what? Lisa's live right now on a different channel. Great things. She must hear her ears ringing or something because yes, I just talked about her. So that is tomorrow. I also want to talk about the station a little bit, guys, as I'm literally sharing this to everywhere. And that's what I've decided to do because last week, I'll tell you what, I started sharing everywhere and I got so many people that came in and said, oh my God, thank you for sharing it into other platforms. And when I did that, it seemed to work. So I'm like, as we know, I'm always trying to find other avenues, other platforms so that people can come in and watch it and go from there. So, but let's talk about the station also because we have room to grow. We have room to grow, just so you know. What I mean by that is if you've ever had a voice, you ever had a topic you want to talk to, something that's paranormal, something that is, and paranormal, guys, really is just anything out of the ordinary. Okay, it's not normal. That's what paranormal means, not normal. Okay, so we're talking about cryptic, we're talking about psychic mediumship, we're talking about astrology, we're talking about, oh my God, it's just endless. It's just endless. If you've ever had a voice on any of those, feel free to please, and you want to have a show that's really kind of inexpensive, please do me a favor and reach out to the station. Literally just reach out to the station and say, hey, Todd, I would love to have my own show. Where do I go from here? And Todd will say, hey, let's hook you up. Let's get you going to where we got to go and get you started. It's basically what he's going to do. And then you guys will work together. And trust me, it's easy to do this. Good morning, Miss Julie. Good morning, Elise. Good morning, Miss Joe. But literally, I've got everything shared everywhere, I think. And I'm hoping I can see everybody's comments on every platform. So, and I would love to learn how to share this. If anybody knows how for me to share this to Instagram while we are talking, please let me know because I want to share this to a live on Instagram and go from there. Um, you know what I mean? That's what I would like to do. But anyway, good morning, everybody. But if you've ever wanted that, literally that show, please reach out to WLTK-DB and reach out to Todd because he would love to hook you up. Okay. And Todd does. He teaches us everything on the show. He literally teaches us everything. So he helps you. You give him the idea. You guys toss back forth what, just to make it a little bit better, a little bit more broader, a little bit bigger. It's pretty amazing how it works. Todd co-creates with you on everything. Which really, and he doesn't change your idea. Trust me, he doesn't change it. But if you're having difficulty, he just kind of goes, hey, what about this or what about that? And you have, total option to throw it out or keep it. And then you kind of go forward and he helps you with a banner. He helps you with an intro. He helps you with everything. It's amazing. And then he does practice with you so that, you don't have to be totally, completely out of your realm nervous when this starts. And it's just phenomenal. And he's got tons of time still open, guys. So if you ever wanted to show, please reach out. Also, if you look into advertising, okay, I don't know what more inexpensive way to advertise than it is with our show. Why? Because it's a twofold advertisement. One, it's not expensive to begin with. You'd have to actually ask Todd how much it is because I don't remember, and I know we have different packages. But not only is your advertisement shown throughout the week on the various different shows, it is also goes into the podcast form because anybody that has watched the show realizes that once the show is completed as a live, it switches into podcast. And when it goes into podcast, so doesn't your advertisement, and it's there for a lifetime. It's there as long as the podcast is going, it is there. Good morning, Kara. And it is phenomenal. It's phenomenal how that works. Okay. So trust me, this is really just a great, great deal. Okay. So that's what I had to say about the show today, which is a whole lot. But again, don't forget, I have the special show tomorrow morning, same time as this one. As always, come in, say hi. You know what? I can't wait to see you guys. I just, and please do me a favor, guys. If you like what I'm talking about, if you like anything, please take a moment, take a moment, like my page, share the show, do whatever you can. Let's get this to more people, okay? And I will tell you, since I started asking people to share, my likes are going up. My likes are going up, and the more my likes go up, the more I'm going to do lives, the more I'm going to reach out to people. So please take a moment to do that. So this morning, I had a lot of chaos going on in my head. A lot of chaos. Oh my God, I need to take a breath. Woosah. A lot of chaos going in my head. Why? Well, one of the reasons was because uh, I was exhausted. I was exhausted. The reason I'm exhausted is literally because I didn't get much sleep last night. I had one sick grandbaby, and the grandbaby just was like, I need to stay awake half the night. So it's like, okay. And we did that and no more than got her to sleep. And then the grandson woke up and said, good morning, Grandma, or good morning, Nani, because he doesn't call me Grandma, which I'm really happy about. I know a lot of people are out there like, I want to be a grandma. No, I wanted to be a Nana. And my grandkids named me either way. So a lot of just chaos because when you didn't get very much sleep and your brain is kind of all over the place and life is happening, you're like, oh my God, I can't handle this. Chaos, just kind of happens and you're kind of going, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with this life of mine? And it was so funny because I was sitting there as I'm thinking about that and thinking of all the things I have to do because I have meetings, I have readings, I have the radio show, I have just a ton of stuff going on today. It was so funny because one of the things I get in my inbox Monday through Friday is from Neil Diamond Walsh. And I don't know if you know who he is, but he is the author of Conversations with God, just phenomenal books, phenomenal man, phenomenal man. I'll tell you, here's his face. Just how can this man is just spews love, just compassion, undying, unconditional love to the world. But every Monday through Friday, he sends a message out, and I just kind of subscribe to it. And today I got it. It says, on this day of your life, my friend, I believe God wants you to know that life will resolve itself in the process of life itself. Let the moment play itself out. Try not to push the river. Life knows what it has in mind. Trust life. It's on your side. Do you know how I know you are still here? And how much more proof do I need? Love, your friend Neil. And I'll tell you what, it's true. It's true. And today, with my morning, and I was like, God, what a perfect message. What a perfect message for this morning. I really didn't realize how much that was going to play out because, as my morning was going, and as you know, when your brain's not quite functioning because you haven't had the sleep and you're all over the place and you're just like, oh my God, how am I going to do all this? And just, it feels like it's toppling on. And as as things are going and you think you finally have your day set, all of a sudden plans start to change and things start to change and you're going, how is this ever going to work? All of a sudden, boom, you let go. You go, what? You go, okay, it's just gonna work. There's nothing I can do. It's just gonna work itself. I can fight the process, and get even more frustrated because I'll tell you what, I was in a frustrated mood when I woke up. I could fight the process and end up that. Or I could get them a message like that and sit back and go, you know what? It's just gonna be what it's gonna be. And that's what I decided to do. Just let it be what it's gonna be. And when that happened, all of a sudden, boom, things got changed, things got switched, um, for the better, for the better, not the worst, but the better. I'm like, wow, that is so cool. I mean, how cool can it be just to let things happen? And I'll tell you what, I have found that out. Gosh, you lose some weight, and I'll tell you what, your clothes just don't fit you the way they used to, and you sit there and you mess with them. Again, this too shall pass because I'm not complaining. I'll buy new clothes. I'm a woman. I love to shop. Not to say men don't like to shop, but you know what? I'm just gonna let it go. Um, Getting back, that happens a lot in my life. That happens a lot in my life. I will go to events and I've started doing live events again. Can you believe it? This chick is going back to events. Not only going back to events, I work at them. Like I don't just go play. I actually sit down and do a lot of readings. But anyway, I sit down and I go, and this has been happening over the last few weeks because I went back, Spirit told me I was going back to events. And I will tell you what, I wasn't always on board with it. I wasn't always happy about it. I was kind of like, really? I'm going back to events? And they said, you're going to work them and you're going to go back to doing a lot more of them. You're going to be all over the place. We're going to have you busy. You're going to start doing live events, wellness events. You're going to do paranormal events. You're going to do gallery events. You do retreats. We're just going to do all this. And I went, okay, how's this going to work? How is this going to happen? How is this going to, oh my gosh. Oh, thank you, Joe. Oh, you are so awesome, Joe, for copying the link and putting it on Instagram. I so appreciate you for that. I never even thought about that. Oh my God, I'm so awful. Thank you, Joe. Um, so when so I literally sat there and I go, okay, how is this supposed to work? How is this supposed to work? I'm gonna go back to events and I sit there and I go, what am I doing with this? Where am I going with this? How is this going to happen? And I really get frustrated. And then it's like, oh, you want me to go back to reading? You want me to go back and do readings on events? And I thought, you know what? For the last 2 years, 2.5 years, I wasn't doing much. I would literally go to an event and I'd be like, okay, nobody's showing up. What do you want me to do? Blah, 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 blah. Um, and nobody would show up. Or, and I would just be kind of like, okay, what's up? What's up? And so when I went back, I just went, okay, so let's do it your way. Let's do it whatever way. Let's do this the way it's supposed to be, I guess. And I sat back and I relaxed and I just went, woosah, basically just woosah. I need to chill out. I need to whatever is what it was. And that's what I did. I just decided to chill out and I went to God and I went to spirit and I went, hey, if this is what I'm supposed to be doing, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And go with that and just go with that. And so I did. And I'm just completely and utterly um amazed at what has happened. I am utterly amazed at what has happened because when I sit down to do these things, when I sit down to do these, I literally go, "Oh, wow, this is incredible," because I'm allowing spirit to work. I'm allowing life to work. I'm allowing to get out of the way. And I sit down and I'm just in awe when all these people show up. I'm in awe when I look around me and, oh my gosh, these rooms are full. I'm in awe to see the support of all these amazing people around me. I'm in awe that by the end of the day, I'm just going, wow, where'd the day go? Because all I did was amazing readings all day long and just met incredible people. And I'm blown away that when I get up to go into do a teaching or do a gallery or do a presentation, that I go into this room thinking, oh my gosh, nobody's going to show up. Good morning, Miss Ellie. She's going to get me for that one. Um, I kind of love saying Miss Ellie. But I love it when I go in to do this presentation and the room is filling up, or the gallery, it's filling up. And I'm going, wow, spirit, all I had to do was get out of the way. All I had to do is say, hey, let it be what it's going to be. Let it be the best that it's going to be. And it is. It's amazing. And then I have to sit back and think to myself, gosh, I got to take a drink, guys. Got to show you my great cup here, by the way. I've almost replaced this cup a few times. I love coffee cups. I don't know why. I only put tea in them, but no risk, no magic. But I've also come to the realization when I look back over my life, and I'm sure a lot of you can do this too. I used to be a person that literally struggled with making things work, making things perfect, being the mediator, making sure life was going to work out, trying to have control of everything, having control, making it work, everything going. And I never realized, it was so funny because before I found spirit, before I started this amazing life that I'm in right now, I had so many struggles because that was my life. And I used to pat myself on the back because I could make anything work. I could literally put it together, pin it together, move this, change that, do this, do that, talk to this person, make this person work, mediate between fights, all of it, and make it work. But I'll tell you what, it was stressful. God, it was so stressful. I lived in such a high stress world with that. And I'll tell you what, a lot of times it still never turned out the way I wanted it to. It got better, but it still didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. It almost always turned out better. And it wasn't until I really started this journey with spirit, this journey of learning my abilities, strengthening my abilities, learning to surrender, learning to trust. As I did that journey, I did fabulous within my readings. I did fabulous within my teachings of learning to surrender and allowing things to happen. But I wasn't doing that in my life. I wasn't doing that in my life. And I will tell you what, it gave me more anxiety than I ever had before. I actually, because I was learning to surrender in this part of my life, but struggling with this part, because now this part is harder and I don't know why. I really just had this anxiety that was learning to build. I had um, not arguments, but friction between me and other people because I didn't realize how much I was learning or trying to learn how to control people, trying to control life. Because somewhere in my head, I was surrendering here, but oh my God, I wasn't going to surrender here. I had to be the one that changed this. And it hasn't been until maybe over the last year. And it's been a lot of hard lessons over the last year. I'll tell you what, hard lessons. But over the last year, and really over the last 6 months, and maybe the last month, or maybe the last 2 weeks, or maybe the last 2 days, I have learned that just letting go and allowing things to happen, allowing things to be what they're going to be, really is the best policy. Now, that doesn't mean if things start to crumble, I don't step in and go, oh my gosh, what can I do to save the day? What can I do to just go, here you go, blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't mean that I don't step back and also do at the same time that say life is going to happen. This is happening for a reason. Okay, this is happening for a reason. And you just go, true that. Thank you, Leora. Um, and that is hard. It is hard. It's hard to find that balance. It's hard to find that balance to say, what do I go in and fix? What do I go in and save? What is for me to go in and save or fix versus what am I supposed to just go, this is happening. This is happening. This is going to happen. It's going to be whatever. So for myself, I always have to take that step back. I have to take that step back and go, one, take a breath and go, woosa. It's okay. Life is okay. It's going to be okay. And when I take that step right back and take that breath and think about all that, I literally go to spirit. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed? I go to my guides. I go to my spirit. I go to God. I go to whatever it is for me. And that'll be for you too. You know, whatever that is for you. But I personally go to spirit and and sometimes if it feels a little bit bigger, I'll go, God help. But I literally step back and I go, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do with this? And I literally hear what I'm supposed to do. Sometimes it's just walk away. Just walk away. Sometimes it's just to hear there's nothing you're supposed to do. You're just supposed to sit back and let life happen. And other times I hear you need to do this, this, or this. And then it's going to happen the way it's supposed to. And it's so cool to watch that stuff go. Now, I will tell you one major thing I've seen since I've started doing this, since I have been changing this up. One major, major thing that has happened is people don't understand me anymore. People don't get it. Because I'll go, hey, it's not my problem. It's not my life to control. It's not my life or my purpose to tell you what to do. It is your life to experience, not mine. I just get the joy of watching it. I get the joy of being part of it. But if I try to control it, it's mine. If I let it happen, it's yours. And people have looked at me, and I'm going to say the awful word, but people have looked at me and said, God, you're a bitch. I'm like, I'm not a bitch. I'm just allowing you to be you. I'm allowing you to experience you. They think maybe I have an attitude because I'm like, oh my God, let me help you do this. No, it's not an attitude. It's me learning that I need to allow you to let life happen. I'm allowing me to allow life to happen. I have to do a few more smiles. I have to do a little bit more explaining. And it's going to take a little bit for people to come into this journey and go, oh my gosh, that's okay. It's phenomenal. But I know they're going to get there. I know they're going to get there because you know what? It just is what it is. And you sit back and you go, Woosa, okay, I can handle this. But it is a trust factor, guys. It is a trust factor. It is a huge trust factor. But I want to take you on a small journey of your own life with this trust factor of just allowing it to be and going, oh my God, how can I allow this? How can I take your advice and listen to you and go, oh my God, how can I just allow life to happen when it feels like it's crumbling? So I want to take you on a little journey into your own personal life, into your own life. So I want you to look at some moment in your life in the past that felt like your world was coming apart. Like your world was coming apart, seriously falling apart. Okay? And think about all the things you did to try to put it back together, rearrange pieces to make it happen, tape, glue, duct tape, propping things up, putting other people in, doing all this stuff to make it into what you felt should happen. Think about it. And tell me what happened. Did it all still work out the way you wanted it to? Did it all still go according to your plan? Do you feel like it crumbled anyway? And did you survive it? And did it just fix itself? And then would it have just fixed itself if you didn't rush in to do all that crazy stuff? Ask yourself those questions because that ends up being really huge. Good morning, Miss Jody. Oh, you are right about needing to rush in all areas. That it is difficult, isn't it? It really is difficult. But really take a moment to think about that. Now, this doesn't mean that, what if the power bill is due and you just you're short $5 to, you know what I mean? You just decide not to send the whole thing and just pray they're going to keep your power light on, because that's not what I'm talking about. Yes, what you do is you send the money you've got, call them and say, "Hey, this is all I got. Trust me, the universe is going to work out and say we're not going to pay off we're not going to shut off your power bill, but send it in when you can, And that's what I'm talking about. It's like getting rid of the frustrations, getting rid of the, I need to control, I need to do this, I need that. I love my tattoos. Just so you know, these two. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. God, so random, huh? So random. Oh my God. Zoom is so much easier. Anyway, this one says family. There, God, that was easy. And this one is me and my grandbabies. So don't ask me why I had to tell you that. There you go. But I want you to think about that. Okay. I want you to think about that. I want you to take those moments to look back in your life and realize you should have just trusted to let life work itself out versus fighting to make life work. Does that make sense? Fabulous. I hope that makes sense to all you guys. I hope that helps you somewhere. I hope you learn to trust a little bit more. And I hope you know that you are going to survive everything and anything. And then it's always going to turn out the way it's meant to be. It's always going to be what it's supposed to be. Okay? No matter what we do, it's still going to turn out the way it's supposed to be. Okay? So with that being said, let's take a couple-minute break here to hear the beautiful advertisements. And then when I come back, I'll have Rob Thompson with me.
Looking to launch your new masterpiece? Then try something new with Moonbow Publishing and Production. At Moonbow, we have a strong desire to serve authors in a powerful and meaningful way. After all, you poured your heart and soul into your writing, and we fully understand and respect that. Remember this: you will own the copyright to your work. You will have the final say on your work before being published. Even after all of that, we've saved the best for last. We won't take a percentage sold. Nope, not a penny. Excited about MoonbowPublications.com yet? We thought so. Take advantage of our company's services like book editing, formatting, and covers, publishing, and photography. Moonbow Publishing and Productions has everything you are looking for in a company. Remember, we will not keep any commissions. We are a boutique publishing company focusing on spiritual, health and wellness, and personal growth genres. Moonbow Publications and Productions, a new kind of publishing company.
Hey, welcome back to School Through Spirit. This is DeEtte Ranae on School Through Spirit with WLTK-DB. I want to welcome in Mr. Rob Thompson.
Hello.
How are you?
Good morning, darling. I'm fantastic. Life is good. How are you?
I am trying to share this everywhere, and I'm just having so much difficulty. You don't even know. I got it all over Facebook. I can't get it into Instagram on my own, but one of the viewers did. So, which is awesome. Awesome.
It's Monday, so yeah.
It is. It is.
And we got some interesting planetary alignments that I won't get into going on.
Why not? Get into it.
Well, it's just like it's up is down day, and up down is up day because when things like that happen and Rob starts thinking about going next door and saying, "Have you ever just considered life insurance?" And now I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day here. The lake's frozen solid and covered in snow, and the pines are swinging in the sunshine.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Here we're warming up, and the snow we got last week is going to melt, and it's going to be amazing again.
It's gonna be springtime.
I think it already is. I really do. Because last week we hit that, not negatives. We went down to like 12. We got snow. We've got snow like twice this winter, which is really abnormal. Um, but it's melting again. We're up in the 30s and 40s again. So
But
it's
you might be.
we are. Well, I can't help you're on the wrong coast. That's not my fault. So tell everybody a little bit about you again, because it's been a while since I've had you on the show.
Yes, it is. So me, well, I am a medium, spirit / psychic medium. I have the TV show The Ghost Finders. I've appeared in the last 11 years, and of the last 5 of which as spirit medium. I came out as a spirit medium back in well, plus minus 2017, and ever since I've really been enjoying this extraordinary path to this extraordinary and wondrous path to helping spirit and, well, helping people on both sides of the veil under your illustrious and much patient instruction and
Patience is
inspiration.
just was showing up. That's all. You rock it in every other aspect. Calling you out, Rob. And that's
So
okay.
good. So it's
You
so
would
good.
leave up
You
once I
you
didn't show up.
well, you forget that I have all the footage from the last shoot.
You do. You do. Plus everything I've
Bring it
sent.
on.
Plus everything I send you. I'm telling you.
Actually,
Um,
which was amazing, and I'm looking forward to that episode airing too. We've actually got 2 in post production right now, and it's I got to tell you, this last really this last 12 18 months or so has been an extraordinary journey of self-discovery, in terms of just being aware of what I'm capable of as a medium, and starting to tour the US, and well, next week I'll be in Europe,
yeah.
but not as Rob, the host of the Ghost Finders, but as Rob Thompson, spirit medium, period,
Yeah.
of my own standing. And I'm just being overwhelmed by the wonderful reception that I've gotten at events, and that we've gotten at events
Yeah.
we've done gallery readings at
Yeah.
together. And so I've got my rock, I got yourself and my rock, Heather Bordelin, my partner in
Yeah,
crime,
she's
and
amazing.
Rich, my our agent, to thank for a lot of that. You know,
Someday I'm gonna have to have you move over and bring Heather on, because she is just phenomenal in everything. She'd probably be like that too, like, you know what I mean? She'll be like, I got an
yes,
elastic cord I can bop back out to. But she is just amazing in every aspect. I'll tell you what, everybody needs a Heather at home with them to be everything that she is. You know what I mean?
a Heather and a DeEtte. Yeah, I'm
Heather does
I'm
so much
some-
more.
yeah. It could be a cult. We could start our own sort of like religion.
Don't tell anybody about that.
Oh,
Kidding.
sorry.
I do love your journey though, because I think we've talked about this. And like we didn't get a whole lot of chance to talk the last time you were on, because we had technical difficulties. I couldn't see your face, you couldn't see my face, because it just went to hell in a handbasket. And I think that really got us off and we've grown as a partnership in a lot of aspects,
We have. We really
So
have.
yeah. But one thing that
It,
we talked about, and I don't think people realize about you is, yeah, you brought on Ghost Finders and you brought on the Spirit Medium, but you started off in radio. You
I
started
did.
off doing this. You're
Uh,
like, I did. I did.
I did. I did. Mom always said I had a face for radio. So, I was just like, no. And after that was actually my stepping stone, sort of
Right.
to TV, because I've always considered myself an artist, a visual artist. So, it's filmmaking has always been, probably since the age of about 7 or 8 years old, what I've wanted to do. I never really considered that by some movement of the universe, the direction of the universe, that I would have the opportunity of combining the two passions. I wasn't one of these people that back in 2010 was suddenly like, oh, wow, Ghost Hunters. Suddenly I'm a movie star and a movie, director and a producer. And well, it's just a label, right? It's just, I don't have to do anything for it. So no, I wasn't one of those. I was like, it was really just, I was on the trail for searching for answers since I was a kid, since I was like 7 or 8 years old. And it really seemed like the perfect opportunity when I saw the people who did inspire me, having already had an interest in the TV. Jason Hawes was the person, I guess, who lit the fuse, that began it all rolling. And I saw the opportunity of, gosh, absolutely, yeah, there's where I can combine those two passions. And if not on that level, because honestly at that point I really just, it was early stages, I was just thinking, okay, maybe I can video document, and people who are interested can take a look.
Right.
And the Ghost Finders was just really just sort of something at that point back in 2009, 2010 that I at no point thought would become a series that with 11 seasons and a global following. This is just bananas. Happen like that, and I mean, it didn't just happen. It's been a long journey of a lot of hard work, a lot of just roll your sleeves up, blood, sweat, and tears.
Right.
But you do that because it's a passion in you. You do that because you know how much you love, right in your soul, right in the meat and bones of your gristle of your soul, that this is what you are meant to do. And meeting Heather, made that a reality, because we were able to take production to another level and then another level. And I like to think over the years, when I look back at some of the seasons,
had something to do with it.
Well,
there's Heather again. You know what I mean?
There's hopefully, yeah. No, I don't.
I'm sorry. He does so much.
Well, I did. Well, so I'm a man of many hats.
Right,
so
you are.
I write the show, I put the locations, help in some cases with most aspects of production. I sell advertising on the show, the sponsorships, the PR. I do all of that. Heather's the digital mama, and she makes all of the good stuff, the stuff that looks and sounds good happen. She's got her degrees, her
You really are a fabulous team, though.
Thank you. Yeah, what you can actually see, all right, is that over there, about 2.5 feet to my left, is a 357 Magnum pointing at me, with Heather holding it. And fabulous Heather.
And the fact is people don't realize she's ex-military, so she knows how to use it.
Yep, a decade of service and 2 tours of Iraq and she can kill a sparrow with a spoon at 60 paces. You know,
Probably, yeah, I would give it to her 110%. Like I said,
yeah.
Heather is
So
amazing. But you are too, equally, because people don't, I mean, you know what? They don't realize, and I didn't realize this. I had not a clue, and I still have not a clue how much it goes into making a show. You know what I mean? How much really goes into it. And I still am like, even though I was there for one, and it hasn't aired
yeah,
yet, you know,
yeah,
just the filming Heather does is like, wow, you know, it's all day. But then setting up all this, and I know you're the one putting all this part together, you know what I mean? And then all the rest
yeah.
is, and I'm like, oh my God, it's mind blowing what the two of you
It's
come together to do. It's just,
yeah. Thank you. It's a huge
it's
amount of
mind
work, and I mean, well, when you've got little, you know, when you have a fixed budget, you know, to work with, and that is, you know, not even anywhere near what networks, you know, have to
right.
work with, then you have to be creative and resourceful and count on people who are really good at their craft,
Hmm.
and who are willing and only too happy to help out and volunteer their resources, industry professionals, you know, whether it be in makeup, in videography, in and come forward and say, you know, I want to be part of this amazing, you know, family.
Right.
And it really just, and it really, that's how it is able to happen, because, you know, we don't have $250,000 an episode to budget, you know.
That'd be
Um,
nice.
so yeah, right. So it's really a beautiful thing, because I've worked, I've appeared on network shows like, you know, Discovery plus Paranormal 911 and A Haunting, and you know, other shows, and I just really, having sort of seen how that works with a big whopping budget and the ability to promote like that, and working for the last 11 years on an indie production,
Hmm.
and I've heard this from other people as well, is just a lot more intimate. It's just a lot. It's a lot more. Everybody knows what needs to get done, and
Hmm.
mostly everybody comes together and helps, and just puts it all together, and makes it happen in a brilliant way. And
Yeah.
it's because of that formula. It's because of that energy, which I think is a lot more prevalent in an
Hmm.
indie production, um,
Right.
than anything else. You know, it's funny. I had a conversation with David Tennant about 4 years ago, at San Jose Comic Con,
Okay.
and he was just like, you know, of all of the features, of all of the movies that I've done, there's no shadow of a doubt, I've much preferred, even though I'm getting a much smaller paycheck, I've much preferred and more memorable
Hmm.
experiences with indie productions, because of the unbridled passion that's just out there. It's less of the gloss
Hmm.
and oh darling, please, I can't even look at it unless we have a Perrier, a BMW, and a Cuban cigar. You know, and he's hysterical, by the way,
Right.
and as well as legendary. But it's true. It's true. Everything that you do is a part of you, remains a part of you, and it's imparted to other people who
Right.
remember you for those, um, you know, projects. And so anything that Heather and I put our name on, we're really proud of it, or it doesn't go out there.
Well, I love it. I'll tell you what. I mean, like I said, I haven't seen the final, but I'll tell you what I've seen was just, I would hope every production I'd ever be on was as amazing as the one that I went on with you guys. You
Well,
know,
thank
it's
you. You were
just,
fantastic as well. But you know, that's actually a really interesting. That was a really interesting shoot, in many ways,
okay.
because you came in as the medium,
Yes.
and shone and lit up the skies. I mean, I still, the other day I spoke to Mike, and he was just like, holy bananas. I just thought this was just like, we're just filming, and I'm like, because he's our security guy,
Right.
for those who don't know. And there's this big 6'3" like mountain, ripped guy
Right.
packing, firepower, and he's just like, I don't want to give too much away, but something happened off camera, guys, that you're gonna see that is just like Caputo, eat your heart out.
Well, that's just it, is when it did happen, it was on camera. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah,
not supposed to be what it was
right. And
at
that's
any
what,
level.
yeah, and I think, and that's what makes it sort of a little bit more special. The more polished, I think you can get to a point where the more polished something is, the more you're sort of like more tongue in cheek it can become.
Right.
So we try and keep things on a professional and on a really network quality level these days.
Yeah.
But if something happens spontaneously like that, we're all
Mhm.
over it, and it has. Like, in fact, the last 2 or 3 episodes, there's been stuff that just randomly happens. One thing I will never do is embellish
Right.
anything. I think it's important for because of the nature of the metaphysical
Mhm.
in any aspect of it, that people that it be suggestive, and that people be not be sort of predisposed into believing something that
Right.
they ordinarily wouldn't. Leave it open, let them be open, and if they want to decide that that is something evidentiary, then that's well and good. So you really won't hear me find me answering questions and talking about using the E word,
Right.
evidence, 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 proof, 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 because it's really it's very subjective. Sure, there's stuff that's powerfully strong,
Mhm.
and there's stuff that's just the opposite, kind of. But even that, it's still subjective. It's still up to the individual to decide. There there are no paranormal, but there are paranormal police that come in and say, yeah, that's wrong, that's not anything. No, I know, got my paranormal badge up here. It says no, no,
Right.
that's wrong. It's not for any of us to say what's
Right.
wrong or what's right, or what. Even in the case of a network, unless it's in a network show where you've got some big banana talking about oh my god, my hood was tugged, and wires going up the arm and all the rest of it. But for the real stuff, which is 90% of the stuff out there,
Mhm.
it's really exciting, whether you have corroboration, or not. If you're there and you experience it firsthand in front of 10 other people or 12 crew, that's powerful, man. There's no other feeling in this world like it, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
And that's like after the episode, that I was on airs, I need to bring you back on just because of what you're just talking about. You have
Mhm,
so much that you're able to see that was actually on camera.
mhm,
There's a lot of things outside of camera that came together that was like, just with me doing that one spontaneous act, you know what I mean?
mhm,
People don't realize it was like that happened and I was supposed to be there and spirit made that happen with a certain box, and you know what I mean? Like they brought it all together on the outside that nobody said a word to each other about
right.
until it all happened, and then we're like, "Are you kidding me? Like, really?" You know what I mean? Like, "I'm not gonna believe a ghost box," and I said those words. "I'm not gonna believe that thing." Here I am on a paranormal investigation, unless it says X, Y, and Z, and I thought that in my head, and hell if we didn't get into that part with on screen, it said X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? I went,
Right there, and it's
"Whoa,"
just like,
you
I
know?
think, yeah, I think it's crazy. I mean, I think sometimes spirit takes that sort of attitude, reads that, and takes that sort of as a bit of a throwdown.
It
Like,
really did.
okay, well,
And it
let's see yeah.
and it did, and it was like, you know what? It was so funny because I'm a big person, and you know this because as I teach, I always say that, I always say that, you know what, my clients are amazing. I love my clients. I mean, I can't do what I do without my clients. But when I'm doing a mediumship reading, it is spirit. It is their loved ones that bring them to me. And they find a way to bring them to me to have that reading happen. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it was so funny because I do know you wrote a show and this is how you want these people to interact and these people interact. You know, I mean, just because we split you and me up.
Yeah.
And here, spirit literally used you to put me in a certain spot, and there was so much evidence as to why I got put there, and they displayed it
That's
to
beautiful.
say, wait a second, you know what, hey, don't count us out back here, because you know what, we need something to happen and we're going to use whoever we got there to do that.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
I think you know what, I think when people sit back and wait and they watch, it's like, wait, that happens a lot more than they think. It happens a lot more.
Yeah, yeah, definitely so. I was actually talking to my dear friend Laura, who has just recently produced the season 11 of A Haunting, and as well as
Yes,
numerous
yes.
other shows, every show you ever heard of, and she's absolutely amazing. And she's just saying, you know, people don't realize that equally good stuff happens behind the camera,
Mhm.
that you just can't be always filming every single thing.
And I wish you could, you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
almost like, you guys, it was like when I walked away from that, when I walked away from that episode and I got home, I thought, wouldn't it be interesting to put one still camera up, you know, in the room that we were all like sitting there eating and getting back
Hmm.
together and
Hmm.
to put one still camera up that is constantly running, you know, throughout the day, to hear all those conversations, all that stuff, you know what I mean? Because it was
Right.
like, there was so much there that spirit wasn't performing in front of the camera, they were performing behind the camera, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
But
it really, yeah. I mean, like, it's not only is spirit aware of what we're doing and what we're trying to do, it's it's in some cases very clear that spirit realizes that it's being taped,
yeah,
which is
yeah,
even more of a mind blow, you
yeah,
know, because I mean, presumably that's the case, at any rate, if TV cameras or cameras of any kind were a thing in their era, and maybe if not, that's not the case. Maybe they have an understanding of it since they passed. You
right.
know, it's almost like, and that's what I love about this genre, is there's so much theory. You know, I always think this is like critical paranormal theory. You know,
Right,
we can discuss every aspect of the paranormal, but in almost every occasion, and this is why I love paranormal conferences and so much, is that the more sort of answers we try and come up with, the more questions there are,
right.
uh, and not knowing,
Mhm.
but being able to, you know, speculate, you know,
Yeah,
to have healthy conjecture about these, about this field, about everything interconnected and interwoven with it, is what unites us.
yep,
The lack of answers is what unites us. It's not something that it should ever divide us. And if there's one thing that I found out over the last 11 years, it's that the paranormal community are like no other
mhm,
in terms of being there for someone. If there's someone that has had a horrible life event happen to them, whether, even if they're not connected directly with the paranormal community, whatever it happens to be, if there's any way that someone can be helped, the paranormal community are there first, and they're there like instantly, and they're fundraising, and they're doing. I think a lot of people don't realize the millions of dollars that are raised for charities
mhm,
around the world, not just in the United States,
yeah,
mostly in the United States, though, for everything from Make-A-Wish Foundation to the Photographs for Pups, to
mm,
mail, and the Wounded Warriors Foundation, that, you know, the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash that
right,
Pam and Steve do every year. Um, just just everything you can possibly imagine, right to individuals uh, who lose their home to fire or whatever it is. And that is something that is just
it's mind blowing.
It gets me right here, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And that's what the spirit world is about. It's about love. It's about understanding. It's about coming together. It's about being unified and being under one roof together, with an open mind, and not little drama, nitpicking, and he said, she said, or any of that. That's all counter spiritual. That's all. When you go into a building with that positivity, you attract positivity and you exude positivity.
Right.
So yeah, I guess I'm really lucky. I've got a fantastic team with Megan and
Melanie and Dan and Steve
and Melody, and everyone behind the camera as well, with Maxime is just an absolute sweetheart. My God, it's just like, I swear she is the most psychic person of our of production, because I'll be like, oh man, I could really, darn it, how can I get that up here so we can take a shot of, and I'll turn around and she's like there holding it.
I love that. So tell me, where are some memorable places you've been?
Gosh,
I know there's a lot, but
within
some
the
of the most
confines of
memorable.
with the show, or just
the
period?
show, just the show.
So, some of the memorable places that I've been to, that we've had extraordinary experiences are Penhurst Asylum. I mean, we've been back there 3 times in 10 years. That is a treasure trove. It's like an all-encompassing paranormal onion. You peel away one layer and then there's more, and then there's more, and then there's more, and there's more. Everything from patients to staff, some disturbing, some very negative stuff, but a lot of very positive stuff too. Eastern State Penitentiary, fascinating place. I was a little bit disappointed, to be honest, because really you only get to see a tiny fraction of the cells, one-on-one. You get to see, of course, a lot of the main infrastructure,
right?
On an intimate level, very, very few cells are actually open. But even then, I was still like really fascinated by some of the energies, but very, very dark, very hopeless, super moving experiences there.
Right.
I think that an episode that's coming up, the Oliver House, that's actually almost finished and ready for. You'll start seeing trailers for that in the next few days.
Awesome.
And that's going to drop in, I think, in about a week.
Okay.
And that's up in New England. That's a fascinating place, and a lot of history with that. We had some interesting experiences there in Middleborough, Massachusetts. We've really, there's so many places that I can think of that all have different sort of personalities of their own. You show up and you feel the personality, if that makes any sense.
It totally does to me. Yeah, it totally does to me.
Yeah, you can almost feel before you go inside how you're being perceived.
Keith Taylor is saying the old military Fort Mifflin in Philadelphia.
Fort Mifflin was a fantastic location.
I want to hear about Winchester House. So,
well, so someone,
if you ever go back, I want to know if I can come with.
yeah. Well, that's a good possibility. Yeah, I mean, we'd had so many people asking us over the years, well, when you go to Winchester House, and then
because that's been coming up more and more, and like repeated things of ghost finders is the Winchester House and your older team.
Yeah, well, and I said to Dan about it, and he was like, oh no, they stopped. Right after Ghost Adventures, they don't take, crews in anymore, which I always take as a throwdown. Okay.
Let's try.
So yeah, I reached out and spoke with the director of marketing and the director of PR and the custodian, and we started talking, and we were sort of sharing our vision for what a special, like an hour-long special would entail and how it would look. And I think one of the most important things with such a prestigious location as also the Hinsdale House, as the Winchester Mystery House, is brand integrity. Brand integrity is absolutely important. So important.
Right.
People don't want, a TV show going in there and being like, I'm not saying it's demons, but it's demons.
Mm-hmm.
Messy hair. And,
I love George.
Huh? But yeah, and they were like, you know what, you guys really care about, the integrity of our brand, and let's come on in, come on down, and right. So we did, and it was just an extraordinary thing. We had 4 days there of filming.
Wow.
4 days in California. We did three days there, and we did a day up on the other side of California at
that place, huh?
Beach.
Huntington Beach?
Not Huntington Beach.
I don't know. I don't know California very well, so.
Rob needs a second cup of Laguna Beach.
Laguna Beach. Long Beach? Laguna Beach?
Yeah, Laguna. Yeah. Which is beautiful. Awesome. An incredible town. It's so beautiful there. It's incredible.
I love it.
So that's another episode in the can that hasn't gone out there. A lot of people don't realize as well that we were looking the other day, and there's actually 130 something episodes of The Ghost Finders, of which maybe 90 have aired, or 100 have aired. And so we thought, wow, what a shame to not have released these over the years, and why did that happen for various different reasons. We thought, okay, let's put together, maybe we can remaster some of the older stuff and, re-edit and come up with a box set.
I think that'd be amazing.
So that's
the whole shows that haven't been seen. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. And fresh take on, re-edits on some of the ones that have been seen and are most loved. So that is on the cards for next, not this coming Christmas, but Christmas 23. Yeah.
Well, people don't realize how much work that's going to be. That's a whole lot of after hours work. After
it is.
That's a ton of work.
After we did the Oliver House, there was just like, I got a message, and it was like, really exciting to sing it. Is it coming out next weekend? And I'm like, no. No, we don't we have 4 cameras, like 17-hour shoot. I mean, that's a lot of hourage.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't just self-assemble and jump onto the screen. A lot of people, I'll never forget. All right. And I know we've talked a lot about film. We'll talk maybe hopefully more in a minute about, more the spiritual side of things. That my mum always used to say to me, I love you, darling. I'm going to see my mum next week.
But she's happy.
Yeah.
I can finally get to see the voice and not just see the face, not just the voice I told him he would use all the time. That's going to be a curse for her. You need to bring that back to her, and you can tell the lady I've never met, DeEtte says, you should have never cursed me with what you said, the voice.
I'm going to put her on the phone.
All you got.
That's interesting. Yeah. But like that people, my mother years and years ago, and she, bless her cotton socks, she said to me, she's like, well, TV, that's nice, dear, but why don't you go get a proper job? So, one of the things I'm going to say, hopefully she doesn't see this. One
Oh,
of
we
the
need to
things
share it. Peggy
is
Thompson says, "Hi, Rob."
I'm gonna say to her,
I was gonna say, if you tell me that's mom, I am gonna laugh because Peggy Thompson says, "Hi, Rob."
and she'll be hello.
And Peggy, if you know Rob's mom, send this to Rob's mom.
Oh dear Lord, thank you so much. And she said, well, why don't you get a
Peggy says,
proper
"I'm
job?
watching you."
So did she really?
Yeah,
Oh,
she says, "I'm watching you."
no.
XXX. I don't know who Peggy is, but I love her already.
Oh gosh. Oh God, she is there. Oh, hi, Mom. Um,
Is that
anyway,
mom?
no, and I just thought, at the end of each movie that you see and every TV show that you see, there are all these hundreds and hundreds of people that do all of these, that each have their own job. So presumably none of these hundreds of people have proper jobs. They're all working in film.
You just don't know what to say now. You're all flustered.
Anyway, so let's talk about
Spirit.
Yay! Oh, can I just go through these because I just switched onto the right screen?
Yeah, we've
Good
got
morning.
Jody saying hello. Keith says hello. Diana May says good morning, DeEtte and Rob. Elliot, is it Elliot ACG? Oh,
Yeah.
Peggy says hello, DeEtte Ranae. Hello, Miss Peggy.
Yeah, and I think that and Keith Taylor, God, he's Chef Soul. What can you say? Best soul food this side of the Mississippi. Look him up, Keith Taylor, Soul Food. OMG. Me Too for the Winchester Hotel, Jody Lynn. Yeah, it's an amazing location. I never felt so honored to be in it. I mean, it was just like a fun house. It was doorways and stairs going into walls, and a door that opens, and you better not go through it because
Peggy, you can stay. He's
drop
doing
outside.
better now. He says much love to him. He's doing good now.
I'm behaving.
Heather put up that you can see all the the editing sessions of the upcoming episode of the Ghost Finders on the YouTube channel. So I'm glad she put that up there.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. I was actually just about to say that, dear. But so I think that that one of the things as a medium that I'm discovering is really how intricate a craft it is, being the intermediary, to be able to nail describing, interpreting. You're an interpreter. What you're shown, what you hear sometimes, or what you're shown, and who you're shown.
Yep.
In a accurate way, and by accurate I mean accurate to the perception of those who are receiving. Who are when I'm giving a spirit reading, because I do online spirit readings via my website, robthompsonspiritmedium.com, and sometimes it'll be, gosh, the other day I was shown Betty White. And I said, I know this sounds crazy, but are you related to Betty White? And it's funny because it wasn't about Betty. It wasn't directly about Betty White herself. God rest her beautiful soul. It was about that person was a huge Golden Girls fan. So we went down and up and around. Okay, no, can't think of a Betty. Does that mean something to you? No Betty. No, and no Betty White lookalikes either. So, and then someone in the background was like, Golden Girl. Oh, she was crazy about the Golden Girl. Oh, okay. So that was it. It was just like, look, that's the Golden Girls. Except it wasn't 3. It was just Betty White. But maybe that was her favorite Golden Girl.
Maybe.
So spirit moves in mysterious ways, but also speaks and shows in mysterious ways. And the real gift, I think, as well, the equally important gift, is being able to accurately interpret what the meaning is of what you're shown.
Yeah. And
And
I've learned not even try to interpret. Oh my gosh.
you
I
do it so well. I mean, you
do
do it like, you make it look so easy,
it.
and it's not.
That's what I keep telling people. God gave me this voice, this mouth, and he said, boy, is she going to use that thing. Oh my God. I created something magical when I made that mouth move. And then he went, oh my God, nobody's going to listen to her. Nobody's going to listen to her. So let her hear dead people. You know what I mean? She'll have somebody to talk to.
Well, and boy, do you use that mouth.
I
Yes.
do use that mouth. Cheers. It
Cheers.
doesn't know how to shut up when I start talking to the other side.
Yeah. But
It does not. So apparently you like the newest footage I sent you, huh?
yeah, oh gosh, wow. And
It's kind of
what,
Chinese though, because I watched it myself. I actually watched something that I did,
mhm.
which is the first, and only a very short amount of it. But you see my body, and then you hear my mouth, "Da, da, da, da," and then you see my body goes. "Da, da, da." It's like the two didn't connect.
It's like one of those like German overdubbed episodes of The Office,
Yes.
where they're like, "Hello? Dit is we gaan de studie en die dan de Mifflin. It's coming again. You got in the garden.
Exactly. It,
And but like there's so much inspiration out there. Like you're certified under
Lisa.
the inimitable Lisa Williams,
Yes.
British spirit medium. And that was really what drew me big time to you specifically,
you know what?
I thought maybe if she's used to working with British people, I might have a head start, And but mine was really one about, like, I hope that in sharing, which I am on the current tour, I'm going to be appearing at a couple of dates with you and various cons, which I'll go over in a moment.
Yeah, because Joe West is asking, will you ever do anything in Wisconsin? Yes, Joe.
Coming up in April. Well,
April.
Yeah, I'll be in Wisconsin in April at the Metaphysical and
Metaparo
the Metaparo convention, and that's really exciting. There's going to be a slew of some of my favorite people.
Yes.
I'm going to be sharing a lot of my talk about my journey.
Is Elliot going to be? Elliot ACG? Is he going to be there?
Yeah, he's going to be there. He's going to be there. Otherwise, he's going to get a thick ear.
I can't wait to meet you then, Elliot. Yeah, because people don't realize we've got Rob is going to be there. Rob is going to be there, which is huge. He's actually like the main person. We've got Patty Negri. We've got Natalie Jones coming. Dave,
Natalie is amazing.
Huh?
She's just like one of my absolute favorite people. And we're going to be doing some. I can't talk about it yet, but we're filming together, starting in a couple months. Yeah, it's my God, it's so exciting. It's not the Ghost Finders. It's something it's
totally different.
It's a different project.
I can see her making a new project because you got the Ghost Finders, you got the Ghost Hunting Girls, you got the Paraflex, you got all the. I can see her brain just going, "Ooh, let's do this."
I think she's a vampire. I don't think she sleeps.
I don't know how she does it. Oh my God.
Vampire sleep but going back to Lisa Williams, I mean, the first time I watched her read, it just blew me away. The gallery reading, it just like blew my mind, and I was just like, I have to, wow. And then I'd Googled, and then your name kept coming up in relation to Lisa. And I can remember
her website a few times, yes.
Yeah, I can remember our first phone call, and I was just like, well, it was like that 80s song. Take on me. I'm going to do the high note. But yeah, and and everything else since is history, and it's a great journey that I'm on. So I have you to thank for helping for beginning this journey, and helping me to direct and develop this gift.
You have all the pieces. It's just a matter of rearranging them. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it's true.
All the pieces are there. It's just me saying, hey, let's move this piece to this piece, make sense of this piece, and then see it belongs over here versus here. And you went boom, just exploded, which is awesome.
Yeah, it takes a I couldn't say like takes a lot of nerve, and it coming out. And what I'm hoping is by sharing that process of coming out, and how and before even that it inspires other people to do so, to be like, you know what, I don't care if people laugh, I don't care if people like snicker or talk about me behind my back. It doesn't matter, because my life and the success of my development of this gift is not contingent on their approval, right? In any way, shape, or form.
Well, how did you find that when you changed in the paranormal community, though? Because here you are, like this lead investigator, you're the creator of Ghost Finders, you're just, oh my God, I'm Rob Thompson, total paranormal. And all of a sudden they're jumping out behind the wall to go boo, and you're going, oh hell no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How did you find that within that community switching?
So yeah, I mean, it's I've made no bones about it since I came out. Really, why? I just literally never had the balls to get out there and do it. Never had the bottle. Just I shied away. I feared it. And I would have guests. I'd have other investigators cast. Come on board with the investigators who were mediums, like Amber Anderson and other mediums come on board in the earlier seasons, season 2, 3, 4, 5. And just because I wanted to see how they do it. That was the other thing, is I've never seen actually a show where they show someone who is in their infancy as a medium. They're always like, they come on board and they're like this well-known, renowned medium, on a show. And I thought that would be different, to do so, to come out and then to show my insecurities about, developing that gift, but also to show the strengths as well. I've had some extraordinary experiences and given some amazing readings that have moved me to tears, yet alone and moved both parties to tears on both sides of the veil. And just to witness, to experience, and to be a pivotal part and a cause of that is a very humbling and beautiful, beyond anything I can think of other than my children being born. It's that moving.
It is, isn't it? It's just, it's amazing. It's truly amazing.
And so that was I feel that every year, every day, that hopefully that I'm honing and sharpening my skills, and we never stop learning. We never stop learning and in any ability. And I think everyone has the possibility of this gift. I think that it's just literally like those muscles in your ears. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You never use them, so you can't make your ears move. But if you practice,
it is cool. And it's like, once you start on this journey, it's like, where's spirit going to take me? Where are we going next? What are we doing next? You know what I mean? And people don't realize, people don't realize when they start this. And that's one thing I tell students, you're going to start here, but as soon as you start trusting, it's like, oh my God, where am I going with this? And allow them to unfold it all. And I know we talked about that with, going back a little bit. Well, my head's starting to spin. Whew. Sorry, spirit or something's coming in. And I'm like, oh my gosh, don't connect to Rob. Don't connect to Rob. Don't. I'll be talking to your stepfather again. Don't connect it to Rob. And then you'll all get a show. Sorry, but it was seriously, Rob. Oh my God, my head's spinning. Um, so when you go back to that and watch just your journey, it's like, oh my God, I really wanted TV. But Spirit's like, well, we really want you to talk to us on TV. But if we start there, you're not ready. So we're going to start you someplace else and work your way up. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Just work your way up. Elliot says his head has started to spin too. Yeah, I would say so. It's
I have
Rob,
that
Elliot.
effect.
It's Rob.
Any of my cast or production people will tell you. It's like, oh God, Rob's making my head spin.
Oh my God, my head's spinning.
Yeah.
But literally, if you think about your journey, I mean, isn't it just it's mind blowing to see where I want this, but they're starting you on someplace else. You know what I mean? And working you
Yeah.
up to that. So it's like, people don't realize even where you're at today, which is so magnificent. Where will you be in a year? Where will you be in 2 years? What will you be doing?
Well,
Minus the rocking chair. You know what I mean? If I didn't throw
you
something,
had to,
Rob,
didn't you?
if
You
I,
had to.
it was either that or you were going to do it to me. You know what I
I'll
mean?
give you a bloody rocking chair, young lady.
Peggy says her head's spinning too. A question mark exclamation
Be
point.
spinning your bloody rocking chair, girl.
Well, the funny thing is we'll probably be in rocking chairs just laughing at each other. I'll have my cane. Pretending it's a wand because I want to be in Harry Potter so badly.
I'm actually just getting a message here from a huge fan of yours, DeEtte. She says she absolutely loves seeing you on the show. Michaela in Rhode Island, and she said she's really looking forward to. She saw you live with me there in Rhode Island at Roger Wilkes, and she's looking forward to having us back.
Oh, that'd be so amazing to go
that
back.
That was a great gig. That was fantastic.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Universities are just so much fun.
I cannot wait just to do a tour of them and everywhere with you. You don't even know. I just
so which we should really kind of talk about like,
that. Yeah.
Let's drop the
let's drop everything else and talk about it. Yeah, because you know what? I usually wait for the last few minutes, but I think we need to talk more about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you and I are gonna do a tour of the United States.
We are.
And it's gonna be a micro tour, you know.
We should bring rocking chairs and put them on the stage.
You and your rocking chairs.
I'll carry our rocking chairs and sit up there without my shoes on. I actually got shoes that like I have to keep on my feet now. Like they zip up and or buckle me in.
So seeing as she's not shying away from stuff, I got to tell you, everybody, so we go on stage, right, and we have this fantastic signature tune that plays right before as we're coming on, which is Ghost by Justin Bieber, which I absolutely adore. I love, which 5 years ago I would never have ever admitted that I like Justin Bieber or anything. But anyway, we come on, I digress. And she's just like, I can't do it, Rob, I gotta take these off. And I'm like, and she's like, no, I can't. I've lost so much weight. They don't fit me. They're going to be falling off. Falling off. I can't.
I walked right out of my shoes.
And she just takes her heels off, and she's like, boom, down on the floor. And I'm like, and then we're going on. It's just like she went on barefoot.
I went on barefoot.
Was she grounding? Which you grounding? You were grounding.
Yeah, grounding through the stage, through that space, into the concrete, and into. It was fun. I tell you guys, it was funny. And the look on Rob's face was like, you did not just take I had no choice. Like we walked up the stairs, and every stair, my foot would fly out of the shoe. And I got to the top. I'm like, I'm done. I'm not.
Well, when you started
into the stage.
Yeah, well, first you took your jacket off, and then you had your regular jacket underneath, and then you started, and when you threw off your shoes, I wanted to say, yeah, it's not that kind of show. It's like, come on, girl, and but can I just say real quick, because I love all these lovely people real quick. So Joe West is a sweetheart. Thank you, darling. Good morning to you, Elise.
She's actually one of my students right now.
she's a smashing lady. And Elise, thank you so much. Good morning to you too. Julie Small, Cara Naroki, thank you, darling. Love you too. Joe West, I copied the link and posted it on Instagram, shared it on Facebook. God bless you. Thank you so much, darling. Ellen Witzel, morning. Hi to you. And Laura, that true is indeed. Jody Lynn Hemingway, you are so right about needing to trust in all areas. This is difficult. Boy, is it difficult. But beautiful. Brenda Albrent, Monday. Yes, it is.
Good morning, Brenda. Yes,
good morning to you.
Brenda watches every morning. So good morning, Brenda.
She's fantastic. Well, and who wouldn't? I mean, you are just such an inspiration to so many people in the metaphysical community. Keith Taylor, Rocket Man, Mum, Elliot, and everybody else who is in on today's show. I got to tell you, check out. If you don't normally watch DeEtte's show, you have to be a regular viewer, because it is absolutely amazing, and she's such a rock star.
You need to also tell your mom I'm going to try to be there next year.
Okay. Yes.
You're like, wait, what are you doing?
Well, I'm going back. It's funny.
I'm shooting for England next year.
For England next year. It's been 16 years since I've been back home, and yeah,
I can't. I bet she can't wait to see you and everybody.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm going to be along with a slew of other people, including Patty from Ghost Adventures, Dan Klass from, of course, the Ghost Finders and owner of the Hinsdale House, and Wraith Chasers are coming over, skipping across the pond too for their first taste of the UK. And just a whole slew. Neil Story, who is an incredible parahistorian, and he's such a character. He's just like someone grabbed him out of Dickensian England, and so like he's got the elbow moustache, handlebar moustache. Just a fantastic bunch of people, and there's still tickets. It's a great trip across the pond, or if you're over the pond on that side of the pond, then it's just a drive away. So right. Festival of the Unexplained, which starts on the 10th and 11th through the 13th, and it's going to be a fantastic one. In April, we've got your
in April, you're going to be in Janesville, Wisconsin here, 9th and 10th.
And you are you our mediator of
I'm
that?
your mediator for the panel. Which I also have, it was so funny because I'm also doing a discussion. That's on Saturday with your panel. And then on Sunday, I'm doing my own little presentation. and me and Terry were doing a podcast last week, and or a week and a half ago. And he was like, and what's your presentation? I'm like, well, it'll probably be this or this, but I really can't remember what you hooked me up for. And then he goes, oh, wait, no, you're actually talking about mediumship and paranormal. I'm like, oh, and I'll probably talk about that too.
Well, it's fun. I mean,
my presentation is actually about being the medium in a paranormal world.
Which is fascinating. Yeah. Isn't it extraordinary? Do you feel certainly over the last 2 years with everything that's continuing with the pandemic, of course, but hopefully we're past the worst of it, that because of the increased relationship, day-to-day relationship and connection with death, that this particular field has ballooned as far as public awareness and public perception. And death is such a huge part of our lives anyway, but over the last 2 years there's nothing but death on TV, on the news, around us. Everyone knows someone who's passed from this horrific virus, and I think that has more people as a consequence thinking about what's beyond that, what's beyond this life experience.
I honestly do. And I think I think there's a grand, huge platform of spiritual awakening that's going on, right. And it's not just, not just the psychic and the mediumship world, because, you'll always have your naysayers. You'll always have those people that want to, throw dirt or poo or whatever at us.
Hmm.
And God bless some because, they're the next population to wake up and see things.
Right.
But I do believe that. But you have a ton of people that were naysayers and skeptics before that are going, wait a second, this stuff is true. Wait a second, this is really happening. And now you've even had recently, and this is huge because recently the Pope himself has said this population of people are true. They're not going to hell. They are true people. They are not scammers. They are not this. I'm talking about the people here that like you and myself and Lisa and a whole ton of other people that really are bringing through an authenticity and integrity to readings. And the Pope has even said, you cannot deny what they do. You cannot deny the evidence they bring. You cannot deny this. And he has said,
Yeah.
I cannot deny this. These people are not scammers. These people are not false prophets. And I do believe that is helping the world to awaken. I really do believe that's helping a whole population to say, oh my God, here you go. And here we are.
Yeah.
And, and I will tell you what, like this last weekend, I sat down and did readings for a whole lot of people. And over half of them were first time people ever having a reading, very much skeptical. And I cannot tell you the tears that happened when, oh my God, that's exactly what my mom said. Like exactly word for word what my mom would say with her attitude and her twinkle of her eye or whatever, tilt of the head. And they're like, oh my God, it's like looking and talking to my mom. I can't make that up. You can't make that up. I don't know who mom is. You know what I mean? So how could you pull that out of a rabbit out of a hat on that one?
I think you're right. You're right.
People are opening up to it because of that.
People are opening up to it because it's so in your face.
Yeah.
It's so I think and one of the projects that I told you about, okay, with Natalie, okay, is who's actually cast with me in the project, okay, is going to blow your mind on that level. That's all I can say. It's just gonna be, it's something that's truly never really been done, So.
I cannot wait to see it. I mean, just to have the opportunity to film with Natalie is just
yeah
huge. I mean, if she called up and said, hey DeEtte, I want I did the same thing with you. I would do it with her. Like, pick me. I mean, I'll learn to do cartwheels again. Let me do it.
You do cartwheels? You do cartwheels?
I used to be able to do the cartwheels and the splits. And now that I've lost weight, I'm getting back to doing both.
Well, you know what you do, when it's nice and summery out, you put on the bikini, you put before you do your cartwheel, you put a W on each butt cheek. Then when you do your cartwheel, you say, wow, mom, wow.
I'm so filming you. You don't even know.
Yeah. Heather right now is like this.
And now that I know who mom is so getting the film.
Yay.
I love it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll I guess we'll over the next couple of weeks make an announcement with our dates, that you can come and see you and I.
I will be screaming it all over the show. You don't even know. I mean, I get a big mouth. Why not we've actually had to teach me how not to say things versus to say things.
Yeah, well, that's something. Yeah, well, that's something that's ongoing too. Because I have a big mouth, but yeah, it's really exciting. I want to give a shout out to our narrator and our Ghost Finders brother. Joined the Ghost Finders family, as our narrator not too long ago, and he's a rock star, of course, that we all know, and that's Todd Bates. And
yes,
he's such a sweetheart.
And people don't understand all that Todd does. Yeah. Because Todd, he really is. He's the owner of the station. He does so much behind there. He is the narrator for, Ghost Finders. He is my web designer. I mean, just what he does is endless. So, And Mom says Rob's a bit cheeky. Wow, indeed.
I gotta see that. Where is it?
What, do you think I'm making this up?
No, I can't find it.
And it's two capital W's there. It's up on the show. And there you go. It's on the screen for you. And Todd puts those messages on the screen.
I can't see it. Thank you, Rob means the world to me. Ah, You're welcome, mate. I don't see Mum's thing on here.
Todd, can you put it back up there again, please? There you go. Can you see it on the screen? Look on the screen with you and me. He's put it up there.
Rob's a butt cheeky. Butt cheeky. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
I already love your mom. You don't even know. I just love her because you know what? She just busted you out like I do.
The patience of a saint. Because there's like a
lot.
A few of us, and different ages over there, and but yeah, it's something I'm really looking forward to the UK, and we're going to be back again in May.
I know, and I even put on your thing like, now I'm jealous, and you're like, what do you mean? I'm like, you don't need, I'm jealous. Like, you get to go back twice. You asked me to go once, I couldn't make the once, and now you're going twice, and I'm like, now I'm jealous, and you're like, really?
Yeah, don't go for 16 years, and then I go twice in 3 months. But
Todd says thank you, Rob. That means the world to me, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome, mate. You're welcome, mate. So the other thing that we're doing is also filming, and that'll be in the UK, and that'll be in May. Actually, June. Going over in May. We start filming that in June, and that is a UK broadcaster, which I definitely not know anything about. And that's, it's going to be a crazy busy, like this next year, this next 18 months that I know of are going to be just mental. But it's all, you do what you love, and you don't walk a day in your life. Yeah. So
you've been being prepared for it. I love this.
I'm very humbled by how our show and how I'm being embraced by our viewers. And,
I love that. You know what? We're going to have to like copy and paste this onto the Ghost Finders and Paraflix so that people can see you and see this.
Yeah, thank you. And DeEtte, if you could just let the viewers know where they can see us. Our events page. The dates will be are coming up right now. DeEtte, where am I going to be?
I don't know. Where am I going to be?
Well, if you want to find out, you can go to www.robthompsonspiritmedium.com.
That's your job to tell them, not mine.
No, but I can't get that bloody thing to come up.
Robin, well, I just go, hey, Todd, where am I going to be? Because Todd puts all my stuff on my event sheet, which is awesome. Thank God for Todd. You have you have Heather. I have Todd. It's awesome.
It is. They're a great bunch of people. And Todd, I have an impression of Todd that I'm going to do for you in April when I see. I might do it before. I have a Todd impression. Yeah.
You have a Todd impression.
It is. It's hysterical. He's gonna laugh. He'll either laugh or tell me to go do something.
It's so perfect because you froze on me for there a second. Right there, it's like, did Todd get rid of you before the impression? I love it.
Yeah. So I just want to say, if I may, I just want to have a few seconds, if I could, of silence for the men, women, and children of Ukraine who are so vehemently and viciously being violated and murdered and made homeless by Russia.
Another country.
Yeah, well, rather by one particular individual. I think one of the things that we need to really remember while we think of those poor souls is that this isn't a nation that instigated this war. This is one individual giving an order. Russian people are some of the most warm, gracious, humbling people that I know. And I know several Russian people, and they're just extraordinary people. Let's also remember the 3,500 to 4,000 people that were rounded up and arrested just for protesting this carnage. May we never be in a position where we have so little freedom that we can't even protest.
Agree. I agree.
So
Rob, thank you as always for coming on.
Yeah.
You know
thank
what?
you.
Definitely going to have you back on again and again and again, because
Yeah.
you know what? Eventually,
because
we'll just have to do this sometime in person. Like, hey, how you doing? We'll do it from the same screen or something.
we'll do it from the same screen like we did that little snippet before we went on in Rhode Island.
But this time I'm not going to be up on your shoulder like, look at me.
That's okay. I'll have a beautiful women on my shoulder, like hanging out at the DayCon with the guys from Destination Fear, who are awesome, by the way. They are Kelly and Dakota and gang are so fantastic, and they've got some exciting stuff coming up, which I happen to know about, and that no one else can know about yet.
That's right. We know about it, nobody else can.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Welcome to the world of film, guys. Welcome to the world of film.
Thank you, everybody, for all your support over the last 11 years. And there's some really exciting stuff to come from All Change Entertainment, who make the Ghost Finders, and I can't wait to share it with everybody. Thank you so much for having me on. Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Always. Thank you for being on, and I will talk to you soon.
All right,
okay.
God bless. All right.
Everybody, this is DeEtte Ranae here, School Through Spirit. I'll be back in a few minutes with your weekly reading.
Meet Nicole Strickland, one of the leading San Diego paranormal researchers. Nicole offers a gentle and humble approach to working with spirit energies. Being the founder of the San Diego Paranormal Research Society, Nicole is no stranger to the unknown. Due to Nicole's vast knowledge of the paranormal, she is widely sought after for speaking engagements on topics like Children of the Paranormal, Paranormal Investigation 101 and 102, History of Spiritualism, and more. Not only does Nicole research the afterlife, but also writes about it, and is the author of several books pertaining to the paranormal and its history. She has appeared on television shows like My Ghost Story, Travel Channel's Famously Afraid, Good Morning San Diego, and more. Have a conference or event coming up? Contact Nicole on her website, authornicolestrickland.com. That's authornicolestrickland.com.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is DeEtte Ranae here on School Through Spirit with WLTK-DB. I've had the most amazing morning with Mr. Rob Thompson, Spirit Medium. And you can find all you need to know about Rob on his Facebook page, Rob Thompson, Spirit Medium. You can also go to the Ghost Finders. Just amazing. So much. And more about the tour that we'll be doing, I will definitely be putting on my Facebook site, my website. Rob will be putting on his website, his Facebook, everything. And I will be screaming it from the mountaintops on here. Okay. So I'm here this morning. Let's do 4 cards. Hello, Miss Jessica. Hello. Or Jessie, I apologize. Oh my God. Hello, Miss Jessie. So let's do this weekly reading today. So I'm going to do 4 cards. And as you guys know, pick a number 1 through 4. Okay. Apparently that's number 1. Pick a number 1 through 4. And that is your card for the week. You can pick 1 number, 2 numbers. Oh, my real name is Jessica. Thank you. I felt like I totally massacred it. pick as many numbers as you want, but those are your numbers for the week. I haven't used them in a few weeks. Lisa Williams, Intuitive Soul Oracle cards. I'm also going to do a clarification card, that extra card at the end to bring it all together. And I am using the Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle deck with John Holland for that, guys. So let's finish. Joe says 2 and 3. Love it. So number 1 is already out. I'm going to put them out here just so that I have them. Okay, so with that being said, let's go to number 1, creativity. Okay, I love these cards. Creativity. You love that? Creativity. If you pick my card number 1, you're looking at creativity and what's coming in with you. What is your passion? What is it that inner child of yours wants to do? Okay, what is it that inner child of yours wants to do? And it really has shown me that at this point, if you pick card number 1, you're at a point in time where you're going, you know what, maybe life isn't working quite well for me. Maybe I'm not quite doing what I want to do. Maybe I'm feeling like I need a change. Where am I going from there? And it's time for you to look into that inner child. Start that movement, start that ball running, start creating in that aspect. And let that that passion of yours come out. Okay, let the passion of yours come out. If you pick number 1, that's what that's about. Number 2 is the dog card. It's all about new beginnings, new horizons, that birth of rejuvenation. And I want to put in that, especially that word rejuvenation in there. Because when we're looking at the dawn card, we think about that brand new sun when it first comes up in the morning, when it first comes up. You know, some people go, oh my God, this is awesome. And that's what they really look at. Other people are just like, oh my God, my life isn't going to change, but oh my God, it's a brand new day. I feel invigorated. I feel just inspired. I feel filled with so much to go forward. And I do believe that's what the dawn card is for you, is when you're looking at that, what are you looking at? It's just a fresh start. It's a fresh start. And if you pick number 2, you are looking at that fresh start within your life. What is going on? Now, it might be a new business. It might be a new relationship. It might mean it's time to let go of the old and go on to the new. But it might just be that today is a new day. It's a new week. And let's just rock this. Okay? And I love that. So number 3 is the home card, feeling safe, warmth, togetherness, relax, and time to unwind. The home card. I love this card because when I look at this card, I see all of the treasures there, all the treasures there. Now, it's kind of funny because now I'm actually being impressed to talk about something that was really magical to me that I heard yesterday. And it was Lisa Williams herself in a post that she, because she was doing a live that she had talked about. And you know what? It's the treasures of home. It's not everything at home. It's not everything that makes you feel safe. It's not everything that's super, super special to you. But you have those select things that are just like, wow, I need these. I need these for me. Okay. And I think that's kind of what it's talking about. And if you're somebody that's on the road, what you end up needing is like, oh my God, I'm on the road all the time. But what about not home? I don't feel like I'm home. I don't feel like I'm this. And it's about bringing those parts of your home with you. So it's whether going to work or if you're on the road or if you're at home, think about those things within you that keeps you safe, keeps you feeling some normalcy going on. Okay. And I think that's what you're looking at this week is what makes me feel safe? What makes me feel normal? What makes me feel like I'm home, I can unwind. And bring that into at all times, okay, into your being, because that really helps you throughout life. Number 4 is the choice card. I love this card, the choice card, okay? It's looking at the options, growth, learning, new beginnings, decisions to make. And I love the choice card. Oh my God, now I'm getting spinning again. I feel like that card is for mine, whether I wanted to pick it or not. Because the choice card is about not only looking at how far you've come, but it's also looking at what options are there, what opportunities are there, where is your growth at? Now, I just talked about this to somebody the other day, and I'm like, they're like, oh, I don't know, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that. And I said, you know what? I've totally turned my life around. I went from a person that went, oh my God, I'm not sure, because I had options and I really wasn't making decisions because I didn't know which way to go go, wait a second, these are choices, these are options, and these are opportunities. And you know what? I went into a person that if I have an opportunity, I'm going to say yes to the opportunity. I might be scared. I might be going out of my comfort zone, but I'm saying yes to an opportunity. Okay. And I think that's where you're at right now. And you have to look at that. You have choices every day, every moment you have choices. And it's time for you to start making decisions on those choices to see where you're going to go. Watch the growth that's going to happen because of that. Okay. And that was card number 4. So number 1, again, is the creativity card. It's time for you to start looking at that inner child and really following your passions. Number 2 was the dawn card, and you're looking at those new beginnings, that reinvigoration, that, oh my God, let's start again. Putting that feeling of amazingness into it. Number 3 is the home card, that feeling safe, those treasures, that part of you that helps you just unwind and feel like this is my home. This is my home feeling. And number 4 is the choices card. So you know what? Know that you always have a choice. You always have a way to go, and every choice is going to lead to more opportunities and more growth. Okay. So let's look at, and by the way, guys, if you pick number 4, you do have some decisions to make. So let's look at our 1 card, and it is bringing it coming together. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that coming together card. And when you're looking at that, things are really starting to come together. When you look at every single one of these cards, doesn't this card fit perfectly into them? Oh, Joe says, yes, totally feel safe in the journey. And Jesse's all 3 hearts. I love this. So coming together really means when you're looking at all these cards, no matter what card you picked, things in your life are coming together. Things in your life are really starting to make sense, are starting to be, this beautiful journey of yours is starting to unravel. It's starting to not unravel like fall apart. It's unraveling so you can see what it is. That pavement has come together in front of you so you can start to watch the journey. But again, it's because you're at this certain point in life where it's time to do that. Okay. Oh my God. I need to work on my throat chakra, don't I? I think that's because I have decisions to make and I'm not sure which way to go. So, but again, opportunities, I'm going to say yes to all of them and just say, let's do this. With that being said, let's talk again a little bit, excuse me, a little bit more about the show. Apparently, I have a lot of opportunities coming. I didn't realize it. Put all my cards away because that's what we do to make sure we have them safe. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I did, but I feel like I'm forcing things in. So let's talk a little bit about the show, what we have going on throughout the week and what we're doing there. Gotta find my picture, guys. You know what? I just need to make the picture and put it in a frame. That's what I need to do. Make a picture and put it in the frame so I can tell you all about the shows. So as you know, Monday mornings, we always start with myself, 9 a.m., School Through Spirit. Tonight at 8 p.m. is Be the Change with Christina Bloom. Tomorrow we start with New Bridge Radio with Kevin Mackey. He is at 7 p.m. At 10 p.m. we've got Paranormal Pete with Pete Orbea. Now Wednesdays, not this Wednesday, I think it's next Wednesday. And if I'm wrong, please correct me, but I believe it's next Wednesday. And I believe it's the 9th. We are starting, Kelly Brickle is starting her 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Or wait a second. Is it 1 p.m. Central? I think it's 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. I gotta double check. Yep, she's starting this Wednesday. Oh my God. Am I on this Wednesday or is it somebody else? Oh my God, I better figure that out. So Kelly is starting this Wednesday, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, the Psychic Hour. Freaking amazing. I'm so happy. She is my numerologist. She's doing it solo this week, guys. So let's show up and give her a lot of love and support. Because you guys already know her. She's my numerologist. You know, Kelly. 8 p.m. on Wednesdays, Over the Target with Missy Hart and Nicole Ford. On to Thursday nights, we have got 7 p.m. Realm of Darkness. Now that's a true crime radio show with Rennie and Ashley. And then 8 p.m. is the Afterlife Chronicles. That same evening with Nicole Strickland. Oh my God, I got some of my eye itching. And then Fridays at 8 p.m. is Secrets Within with Rennie Rodriguez. We have got just amazing, magical, show-stopping, oh my God, group of people in our party, in our family here of the WLTK family. And I tell you what, I just want the world to come and see it, the world to say, oh my God, let's do this. Enjoy every moment of it. Okay. And always, please do not forget, please do not forget that tomorrow morning I have got a special show. Special show. It's going to be here as always on the station WLTK-DB. You're also going to be able to find it streaming on every place that we do put streaming out. It is going to be again another 2-hour show with myself, starting as I always do, but Lisa Williams coming in at 9:30 Central Standard Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, whatever your time zone is. Make sure you check it out. And come in and enjoy her. Oh my God, I just love and adore this woman. I feel like I owe her so much, and she will tell you, I just gave you the tools. But again, she's always changing lives, hugely changing lives. And I just can't wait to bring her on and share her with everybody. So please come in and say hi, leave some comments. I can't wait. So that being said, and next Monday, I got to tell you who's on next Monday. Next Monday, oh my God, it's Michelle Prentice. She's all about astrology. Oh my God, she is an amazing astrologer out of Las Vegas. She did my chart not that long ago. And oh my God, you can't miss her show. But everybody, I'll see you tomorrow morning here with DeEtte Ranae on School Through Spirit with WLTK-DB. Let's Talk Digital Radio.